dokie, looks like we're live. And running smooth so far. And hello everyone, Nerui here, and welcome back to Tavern Talk. Last time around we got started, met a few interesting characters, and brewed up some potions for them, a la bartender style. Let's see, we met a somewhat shy and reserved elf who has higher dreams. Met an emo something or another. Never took their hood down, so couldn't get a good look at their face. So got a big wolf person, so gave us a job to post up on the job board, and met a dwarf hanging out with a colorful vampire.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, that was a female dwarf. Female dwarfs have beards.
Well, of course they do.
I mean, Gimli wouldn't shut up about the fact, so of course we know that female dwarves have beards.
Do we have that list posted somewhere?
Yeah, that's in live stream chat.
Oh, it's live stream. I thought it was general.
I put it in live stream for a reason.
Also, a thought occurred to me while I was setting up stream. We're in a nice fantasy-style game, so why don't I bring out a special bartender?
Oh, is it gonna be our kitty doing an interview, or is it gonna be our little Flappy Flap?
You know, the kitty's mostly is gonna be spending most of her time in her native cyberpunk stuff.
Ooh, it's gonna be our Nimbat! Yay! We're doing face repossession, everybody!
I mean, what do you think is gonna happen if you work up your tab and you don't pay it off?
Well, we already know that Satoshi's in massive debt, so face for repossession is going to probably be a guarantee.
To be fair, I mean, Satoshi's probably playing with fire at the moment to where... Yeah, I think Jerry would want to do a face repossession. Or maybe... I'm going to yeet your ass to the sun, bring you back, and yeet your ass again.
Hey now, Jerry is far more civilized than that. You just have cerulean put a bullet in the back of your head.
A la execution style.
I mean, what happens behind a chemical shed is not to be discussed.
Nah, I think the headman's axe or the guillotine would be more interesting. Wait, what the fuck am I talking about this for?
Cue the DM in the background with a notepad saying, being like, "Oh yes, go ahead, give me ideas."
Indeed.
I'm already... I mean... I already got like 7, 8 entities watching his furry ass. And at least...
that you know of.
I mean, it used to be 11, but apparently the others got offed somehow. Or a few of them got offed. But into what's going to be an adorable chat.
Yeah, With that said, though, let's get started.
I wonder, can you actually interact with the actual, like, world here?
Doesn't look like it.
Fuck,
Oh,
now
that's
that I
sad.
think about it, I should have got some water. Why the fuck didn't I get water?
Yep, there's a well right here. You can go and dunk your head in.
Ooh.
I have to walk all the way to the fucking first floor.
Mm.
So, anywho, here we have we're assigned for Act 1, Episode 3, New Friends and Former Enemies, 59th of the Wake. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. Now I have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect.
So. Innkeep. A drink for me and this. Thank you, pal.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Carolyn.
He meant to say please.
Welcome back, Fable. You look alive.
Thank you, I am!
That seems a given.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend.
We ain't friends.
We're not. God damn it, I was just showing him the same thing.
So, you two didn't form a party?
No.
Oh. Oh.
Then what's the drink about?
They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So, I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least.
Oh!
Family feud?
I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication.
No, it was a feud.
I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility.
I was gonna kill him.
I thought that was a joke!
Look on her face.
Oh god. I am
I mean,
Fable.
a feud has hostility. I was gonna kill him. What? I thought that was a joke. Well, that went to 0 to 100.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And of course, its nickname.
Yeah.
We do put you in the right casting, don't we? It was.
But the funny thing is, I cast myself as this with... Well, sort of. You did say I was the best to anxiety.
That you do, that you do. Why do you think you make such a good Octobane?
Oh.
But no one died.
No. Elfie here was able to prevent that.
It's Fable.
Whatever.
Does this perchance have something to do with your quest?
It does! I stopped it from killing the werewolf.
elaborate, please?
I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get?
A lot.
Confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it's like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of.
I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Carolyn.
I didn't. Was there by chance?
They were both stealing sheep.
Was not.
Sure was.
Adventuring don't pay what it used to.
So you steal other people's sheep?
Mind your own business.
How did any of this lead to a successful quest?
Well, where do I start?
How about at the beginning?
Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. God damn it, Fable.
Of the quest fable.
Right. The quest. However, there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. Reach the borders of Trigirian right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wild fields and vineyards. Well, let's see, one farm after the other. An idyllic site. Well, at least before sunset. And who the hell is making all that clicky noise?
I can wager a guess.
Oh, I know who it was. I was just playing in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just say it was a good thing we're not playing Lethal Company right now, or else we'd be screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, please excuse me. I just love the clickety-clackety as I try to find my cape. My poor cape.
An idyllic site. Well, at least before sunset.
Yeah, am I going to dig up that old Lethal Company meme about with the blind dogs and the mechanical keyboard?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, it's not that bad.
It's you. It's very bad.
We can hear it loud and clear, oh sus one.
I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't hear it while I was in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah, quite audible. Very audible.
Very, very audible.
Are you sure the next floor in your building can't hear you?
Maybe?
Hopefully you're not near any graveyards, or else we're gonna be seeing the dead rise up.
I feel a little bit of irony like that. Like before I came in here, the last thing I had playing, I was rewatching Sam and Max. Was in particular was watching the one that involved them dealing with a whole bunch of zombies. Ironic, but anywho, do you have trouble in the dark?
Emotionally?
Visually.
A little. I mean, I can reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl.
Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around.
Oh God.
I would find that adorable.
Who says I can?
Oh dear God! Now I'm just thinking of it.
Just kidding.
Rules.
Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing.
Not the normal kind.
What?
Nothing.
Ah, magical darkness.
Or it could have been just a little subtle wink and a reference for advanced darkness.
Ah, fair enough. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet.
Your ears are falling at being small. Actually,
Failing.
not failing. Actually, it's kind of hard to see the eye.
Fair enough, but
Yeah,
potato potato.
fair.
So I got close and I saw a werewolf shape picking up a tiny sheep.
I was petting it.
Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped into the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in the right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down.
Confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and first thing they do is greet them?
Polite person.
Oh, an insane one.
I know what I need to do now. It worked, didn't it?
'Cause I ain't no werewolf.
You wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" And she didn't find it work, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down that sheep." She asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was.
No, I asked, who are you? A god?
I just
I
saw
like that
that
little-
tongue lick. That phrase about "who are you, a guard?" and then that tongue lick like I'm about to eat a bitch. Oh, dear
There it is
God,
again.
I realize that can be taken out of context.
I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. Sounded like someone had ripped a hole in the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please, it was barely a bark.
And it made my blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting, heavy footsteps, and I did turn around. Barely dodged to turn around.
You turned around immediately.
And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes.
Gleaming with jaundice.
Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could break my message, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, killing the werewolf on the ground, fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep you were holding?
Obviously, I stood down at that point.
Good. So, you went to Fable's aid.
No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff of Uncle Dragon likes to wear that oh yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a werewolf.
Hey, Why can't I say that?
Oh god, it really was beep.
Leap.
Can you hear that thunder strike in the background every time?
Uh-huh. What the?
Oh my god.
Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh.
Oh no.
Boo.
Meta.
Booed. Honestly, it's a lot harsher than it ought to be.
Leap. Ah. Anyway, it was just like Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon. Fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking.
was coping about it by
Yeah, coping about it, yeah.
joke.
That's the only way I can talk about him these days.
Because of the feud?
Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot like Uncle Fido. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Fido behind, worried, senseless. Though we found letters saying not to look for him and all the savings missing.
Ooh.
Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. I always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Alfie stopped me. I'm glad they did.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. Tried to get attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. They must have believed me. Because they actually stopped to listen.
Looked mighty scary there, little pal.
Thank you. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous.
Wouldn't have stopped for them.
What?
You're the size of a stick. Think you could stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well, anyway.
Yeah.
They used the
Maybe
opportunity to
it's-
figure out what was going on. Yeah, they are adorable non-binary. That's how I found out, Mr. Draken and Carolyn and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that Mr. Draken was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. So wait. A wolf person got bitten by a werewolf?
Apparently, yes.
It's no excuse, of course. So you just become double wolf?
I think you just become more feral at that point. Hmm.
I
Yeah, it's
mean,
no excuse, of course.
I mean, has it ever been exclusively said that a canine species can't become a werewolf?
Nope, it's entirely possible. In fact, in Pathfinder, there is a race of people, shape changers, that are actually no skinwalkers, that have a rather bad history with werewolves, and there's another group now of these wolf people that really don't like werewolves.
Hmm.
You sort of sense a pattern here.
I mean, if it, I think Carolyn in this basically got it to the point. If you don't
Yeah.
keep up with your grooming, you'll get mistaken for a werewolf, or the good old question, has anyone told you you look like a werewolf?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, all you need is the silhouette and the sun to be at the perfect elevation of dusk or twilight.
Yeah, that's fair.
And any bulky shape in this forest at a distance will look like anything.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons.
You didn't think that would have happened, though. You decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. Now that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so... He just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or... Lulican things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing a sheep. Something they have in common.
The sheep?
No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that?
The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to.
Maybe because you did want to.
Maybe.
How did it go?
Fine. It'll take some time to accept his apology. I'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again, though. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut.
Wonderful.
Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing.
Eddie got so obsessed with a cure he still can barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. You have to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy, and no change ever is. I learned that from you. We have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the moons and the secret of the moon sign.
That sounds like a bunch of.
Oh my
I
god, they're
love-
fucking hippie spiritualists. Oh dear god, werewolf hippie spiritualists. That is an odd image I cannot get out of my head.
Isn't that sort of the guru?
I mean, if we're going into like the healing aspect of hippiness for now, that would be the bear folk.
Mm.
Yeah, because I would think that werewolves would be more like the warriors.
Well, there's a bunch of different lichen adjacent things, especially if we're talking about, say, like WOD. There's a bunch of different ones. So you have like rat ones.
Weren't there like shark ones? I think
Yeah,
there was a
shark
crocodile
ones.
one, I think.
They
Yeah,
are very
crocodiles.
sharks
a
are
bunch.
very territorial.
That they are.
I mean,
But yeah.
we learned with our little dive into the Dresden tabletop about the existence of weregators down in Florida.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They did nothing wrong and hail our Lord Gators of Florida.
And
They do
remember
have-
that individual in question was also the local form of government. So he was a political weregator.
Oh, no.
Both scary
At least in the sense that he was the one that was in charge of the town. So technically the mayor. Or, well, mayor adjacent.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy.
That sounds great.
It is. It's a happy ending.
I wouldn't call it an ending. Rather, the beginning of something new.
The end of one event is just the beginning of another one?
Exactly.
I like that.
So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decide to grab a drink together.
Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. To think they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did.
They all started crafting something with the werewolves.
Ah!
Said something about it being for you in keep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
Oh, well.
So, a drink. What can I offer you, Carolyn?
Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old.
So, a Southern Brawler.
You have infusions now, too.
Yeah, they haven't been
Right.
unpacked yet, though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
See, these are a little more harder to make in real life, unlike Coffee Talk, because it's kind of hard to find. Hey, you can't just go to the store and say, "Hey, do you have a bottle of dexterity?" Aw. Ah, the rainbow eyes.
Surprise!
Hmm. Not bad. You just professionally.
I'll think about it. Fable, what about you?
You have something that'll calm me down. Maybe even bring back some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. I love how they pin the order up there.
Mm-hmm. And one swift strike. Here you go.
Thank you. Wow, this is perfect.
You look
Yeah.
tired. Have you considered sleep?
They do look like they're gonna pass out any second.
So do you.
Maybe sleep is a good idea.
I just sleep.
Kaylin, do you have a place to sleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent.
It's depressing.
Oh no.
I have a room available. You can stay there.
Hmm. Sounds good. How much?
I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest.
Fine. Later, Elfie.
Really? Oh. Sure.
Are you heading home, Fable?
Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly.
Maybe take a nap first.
Yes, that too.
Did you enjoy your first quest?
I did! It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Aww. Top one is smooth.
I mean, it'd be a real confidence booster for sure.
That's what I'm thinking. Have you considered that you weren't pretending?
Hmm?
You did well, Fable.
Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure.
I think that this is just the beginning.
That would be nice. You think I'm gonna save the world one day?
That's a very tall order.
Huh. You're right, I'm not cut out for that.
I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end.
Right. But if it does, you look.
But if it
Oh.
does, you're the first person I'd ask for help.
Maybe you should ask Helen first, but I'd be happy to be second.
We'll see.
Let's hope we won't. I like this one hat. You have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song.
Or a sad one.
Or both. I'm gonna head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you.
I can't wait! See you soon!
See you soon.
Squish,
She was
squish,
never
squish.
seen again.
They. Oh, there's the edgy bastard.
Good evening to you, too.
Probably that's you.
I know, but it's rude to speak with my mouth full.
Yeah, fair.
This quest, it wasn't here yesterday.
That is correct.
It seems dangerous.
It is.
And mysterious.
Sure.
Like me.
You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name.
Zephyr.
Did the wind carry you in?
No,
Hmm.
my legs.
Yeah, guess the whole joke of being carried on the wind is with his name being Zephyr just went completely over his head.
My mind went to Zephyr Breeze for whatever reason. I want that quest.
Well, you can have it.
Not just literally, physically, emotionally.
Emotionally.
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to.
So you know of the castle?
Yes.
It seems strange.
It is. A vampire lives there.
I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
Nope, not recently.
But she has?
Once. Had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So she was only here at night?
Yes.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
Nope, she had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask,
Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that.
what kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interest. You sell blood?
Of course.
Whose blood?
Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle?
Really? All of them?
Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merge us into her land in one way or another. Has a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody.
Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb of for something still alive.
Or for a goth.
Golf or vampire, she seems to be a thief.
It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that?
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
The consequences being you?
Exactly.
It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Got a little bit of a. I think the Steam Deck went to sleep. Oh, dearie me.
Ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties as the Nimbad kicks the slave back into work. Would it be the Kitsune that owes the Nimbat money?
I'm pretty sure the Kitsune's royal girlfriend would probably have paid off that to the bar.
Yes, but the girlfriend's, the Kitsune's girlfriend, I could see being interviewed by the secret ninja bodyguard interfering and keeping a knowledge of said thing from as long as possible. I'm so glad our illustrious DM is not here to hear that note.
What are you talking about?
He has wireless headphones. I forgot.
So, yeah. Can still hear everything that's going on, just can't speak on it.
Indeed.
Now, just to finish with the fixing the technical difficulties by making sure everything is still running smooth there, and restarting the stream.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Or the Discord stream, I should say.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at the stream now and the pictures come back.
Yeah, move the thing a little closer so if it does that again, I can fix it up a lot quicker.
So did the device just fall asleep, or
Yeah, it looks like it went into sleep mode, probably because I was using the mouse to do everything instead of like a controller.
huh? I would think a device like that would have like a setting where you could disable sleep mode. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there.
So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right?
Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like what, for example?
Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration.
On Scorpio.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Who's on Scorpio?
That's weird. I don't know why I decided to not register my microphone.
Hmm.
Like a chair?
Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty.
Wait, you're being serious.
Absolutely. letting the Nimbat run the bar for this one is feeling all the more fitting now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my first thought was, I guess, you look different, barkeep. You look smaller, flying.
A memento that's once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern.
I'll see what I could do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No, too traceable.
How about a drink then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspired transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from the shadows. Say, what do you trade them for?
Hmm.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, what to do, what to ask for.
What do you want from Scorpio?
I mean,
I can
both have their
definitely see
uses.
secrets. Yeah.
Secrets, you think? All right.
Secrets. I have many.
Grant me one.
I shall. I know this may come to a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar.
That is definitely a secret.
You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife.
Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them.
Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer?
For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone.
I'd say probably the Fey one.
The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. Yeah, the Fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing.
Strength I can do.
And some frost armor should help with the... Text is so small!
Yeah, you just need to keep an eye, look at, for the first thing, look at the name speaking, dingus.
I'm drunk on soda, shut up.
Oh, Scorpio, you never changed, my buddy.
I mean, I knew you were a lightweight, but getting drunk on soda? Wow, how much of a lightweight are you?
I mean, he's the sus. He's a very much a lightweight. Head pat sus.
And he keeps on doing this to himself, too.
That he does, that he does.
And some frost armor should help with the fangs.
Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an appropriate approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help staying unseen if my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? And this one, the best outcome is the dexterity.
Nice.
He's correct.
Wow.
Mm.
You know, motherfucker, if you know what the last outcome was, and I told her which one, why are you doubting me that I'm trying to get?
Because you told me you were tempted to do the other one, so I'm not gonna let you do the other one.
Motherfucker, I was joking.
Don't mean I ain't selling you out.
Lies and slander. You have no proof I said such a thing.
Give me a minute.
He seems to forget that we are streaming this.
I mean, remember, it's the sus. He's not the most perceptive of individuals.
So maybe a perception potion for him then.
No. Don't think it would have worked on him. I would have expected to have the inverse effect on him.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try.
Interesting. So it's not a chili.
It's the Fey crystals that we want.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need dexterity. So
Yeah.
that would be a swift strike.
Sounds like it.
Let's take a look at the other things we got here. Oh, something new here in the Northern Republic. Okay.
Interesting.
So here we got the frozen pine cone.
Ah, so that's what it does. It increases 2 and detracts from 1.
In other words, it can further enhance the potions, but like you said,
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like you're probably better off starting from the beginning, so that way you negate the negative.
yeah.
That's why it probably said to put it in first.
Yep.
And the Phoenix Chili. Fire resistance.
Oh, make you a dum-dum, Phoenix.
Yeah, it took away for the smarts.
Ah. Hmm. Oh.
Did it go in?
I'm not sure.
Nope.
And
I think
remember, you know, yeah, you can always feed
it
it
didn't
to.
go in. You gotta have it
I guess you gotta have a
where
little liquid in it first.
you're probably looking for when the glass like highlights.
Well, you can probably add in now.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Oh.
Yum.
See, I can't tell if it went in or not.
It doesn't because you don't actually see the thing adjust.
I think it mentions like it's less of some liquids because of. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, there you go. I think you gotta wait for when the thing actually highlights. Oh,
Oh, there
there
we
we go.
go.
Good. Looks like you only do 2 of those. Okay, and then the next one is the little bit down below. So that'd be your defense. Yep, there we go.
So I don't need to put a full amount in there with the infusions.
Indeed, unless you can go even further with it, but...
No, I think 3 steps is the max.
Well, we got a Swift Strike, so I suppose we're good.
Give me a sec.
And we should be good, because it matches the
Yeah.
coaster.
Yep.
Basically, it still has to match the recipe. But
It does.
Yeah.
yeah, the big thing is that rather than just putting enough to get it all in there, we need to use the infusions. Put those in first, because that will affect what stats we have. So you don't need to put in as many, or need to put in different ones.
Yeah.
Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear.
Garlic breath.
Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it?
You don't ask permission before you steal something in keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Yeah. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath?
Huh. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire.
You don't find garlic scary?
No. Only the absence of it.
That makes 2 of us.
Hopefully this will help me invade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Vengeance makes for an early grave.
Or for a good story. Farewell.
Oh, or for a bitter end.
I'm taking this quest and a drink.
Great. Did you sleep well?
What?
Sleep. How was it?
Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages.
Sounds like you needed it.
No, your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up.
Of course, my apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation?
Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up. And keep me up, too.
Wake me up inside.
Sounds like she wants a southern brawler, then.
Well, we could also add in a infusion. They might have some type of keeping you up effect. I can definitely see maybe the chili doing so.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, we're looking at quests at the moment.
Yeah, cause Zephyr went off on the one to get the cape. So that means the one that Carolyn here is working on is going to be going to try and get the saliva from the chimera.
Yeah.
Oh, I was last time thinking, don't we have one there to come here and we have a Hydra around this area.
Yeah, there we go. So that gives you strength and defense. And I think with chimeras, they can breathe fire, so likely not a bad idea. Yep, so we'll have to give 1 to charisma and 2 into strength. There we go.
It takes a penalty to intellect, but it's already at the minimum for intellect, so it doesn't go into the negatives.
Exactly. So theoretically, you could dump in a one int into it, but it wouldn't give any bonus.
Yeah, we could try that for an experiment and see for sure, and then just make a fresh one.
It would be understandable.
Yeah, but we don't know for sure.
Indeed. So let's have a look. See. Worst case, we just feed Ando. Yep. Oh, there we go. That still works.
So, yeah. Okay, so we do know that it's... So, yeah. So in theory, with that one that we made for Zephyr, we probably could put a little more into negate something, but we know for certain now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something strong coming right up.
Hmm. Well, that is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn.
No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest.
Yes, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss people. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned.
It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am.
I think that's called boredom.
It's torture.
That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that.
Could by taking Alfie along.
Fair point. Please don't.
I won't. So, this life was for a vampire.
Vampire sunscreen.
Can't a vampire get the chimera goo themselves?
It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. So all the more reason why it's a good thing we've added the Phoenix Chillian on this one.
Exactly.
Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business.
Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it bad, blasphemous? Ain't it kinda blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
Depends. Are you religious?
Guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job.
Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
I ain't worried.
Okay, nervous.
Ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement?
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm asking.
Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
Ain't exactly easy to find one. Or to survive one.
This seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What's it about guardians?
It's less about the Guardian, more about what created it. And maybe a little about Chimera, the dragon head, right?
Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she
Past?
left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Interesting.
So, our current list of rumors. We got Carolyn's grand's great sword once belonged to her grandmother, allegedly a gift from the dragons. We got over on the riverbanks of the Shiver Mere that hides the Mara Morgan, a spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. Unusual amount of undead haunting the west, including undead snails eating crops, and a banshee haunting the Lonesome Lagoon.
Yeah.
Not enough that looks like it's all connected that will allow us to make a new quest just yet.
Well, all three of them pertain to the undead, but I don't think we can put them together.
Your family has a leaving problem.
At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera?
No, was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those felines once, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. I never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, you can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much.
This is you talking too much?
So, you like dragons?
Yeah, they're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical.
Much
Well,
wow.
Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted the magic in the wing.
Yeah, you can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings.
I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic blue.
Why not?
I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone Not even dragons.
A little help never hurt anybody.
A little self-reliance don't either.
If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Carolyn?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help?
It's prepayment for me taking on your quest.
Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple.
Alright, what can I get you then?
I reckon a little bit of boost for this body couldn't hurt. They're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for it to bite.
Some
defense might come in handy.
Okay.
Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart her with direct play. But I'll need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one.
And on the topic of trickery...
No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. I assume
You want to
the
go
best
the
one's probably the
intelligence. Yes.
ant. Yeah.
And there's a reason that's explained for that one. Because you give the other one, she's going to come back conflicted.
So, a sparkling nebula, then.
Yeah.
Yee. There's a chance to get an achievement with this one.
You get an achievement with all of them.
Well, no, I meant just by the way Andu reacts to it and that. Like that. That doesn't always happen, but you got it right away.
Yeah, I heard the notification pop up.
That's what I just think was kind of a funny coincidence. I'm like, well, you won't always get it, or you will.
Yeah, and this is something you're probably not gonna find the results of until Act 2.
Okay. Well, we should be pretty good there then.
Mm-hmm. Figured it out.
Thanks. Hope you season it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling.
No refunds.
How urgent is the sunscreen?
Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires.
Maybe should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems.
Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove.
Good luck.
Won't be needing it.
I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Okay, Starlight Sonata.
Which one's this?
Uh,
Oh,
it's not her. No.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any of mine.
Yeah, definitely a new face.
Because it's definitely not Gustav. She doesn't exactly give off Gustav vibes. Nor is she a kitty or a skeleton person.
It's not Grace.
Oh, don't you have the walkthrough up?
She does not come up as. Wait,
Okay,
hang on, I got an idea.
So you got the guys up, but this character isn't coming up.
oh, somebody named Chrissy. Oh, the minor character, blah blah blah.
Okay, maybe, you know what? That's volunteer Scorpio. Actually, no, I think more of a nickname character.
I guess I'm the else.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
elves.
there is one in minor that I want to do that it pairs with nickname, and nickname that was the one I'm talking about.
Is it one I already?
Remember, it's the 2 cameo from that game series.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, so this is nickname.
Uh,
Now, what voice will you give this character?
Hey, Innkeep.
Hey, Chrissy, long time no see.
So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season.
A lot to do.
Yeah, the boat seems to be in a slight uproar, like something's amiss. I still can't figure it out. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. Oh.
Yeah, they do
Yeah,
indeed.
this is me. Anyway, hand over a drink, will you?
Of course. Will it be this time? Something for the wits again?
You know me well, too well, I guess.
That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out.
I hate to disappoint you, but you're on today.
Am I now?
Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits.
Of course.
So all we need is something to protect me from weather or foes, so I'm steeled for any situation.
That makes sense. I'll see what I can do.
Also, I just found out Chrissy was named after a friend of the creators who passed away.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, we could go with an infusion, maybe.
Mm. Fair. Hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to feed them. Yeah, so that would be 2 into protection and then 1 into charisma. Yep.
You can also put 1 into agility.
Ah, yes. There we are.
Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible.
This is exactly what I need for my trip.
Where you headed, anyways?
Oh, to the island of Boreas. I wanted to reconnect with friends at the annual Borean Art Convention.
Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population.
This conversation is especially for the creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. Now selecting the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine.
That sounds exciting.
Be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Gnomes.
You know
Oh,
which one we
nymphs.
need to ask.
Well, at the same point, we did the other elf girl seemed to have a thing about nymphs.
I want to ask this one.
We all want to ask that one.
Yeah.
Gnomes? I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas.
That was me. No, you have to meet a gnome Boreas.
Ah,
Oh, you've been to Boreas.
eh. Yeah, they're pretty shy, but they craft cute little trinkets. I always wanted to have one for my tavern.
Run to a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you.
Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you?
I'll be honest, I thought she was gonna say, I'll bring a gnome home for you. Look, ice in hot springs, especially around this time of year, when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too.
Bet. Oh, I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I almost said pants. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some flowers and berries, but berry and flour is unsuitable for things like that.
Seems like you're well prepared either way.
Absolutely.
How are the birds doing apart from being in distress?
Well, the cinnamon green cheek conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. Aww.
Yeah, with your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention?
Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I was able to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under the doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry. I'll miss my boat. Quite a walk to the treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you?
I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late to your convention.
Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon.
Nickname the cameo that I mentioned is not going to be until the start before Act 3, so it's going to be a bit.
Here we go. We have nickname back again.
Wait, what? Oh. Good evening.
Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day?
I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Killen's quest in the Wyvern Chimera.
Oh, so you heard about that.
She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dagon that I can't repeat here. Oh god. I think she's happy he's back.
I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves?
Of course! We had a grand time together. Mention how much fun I had with Moonsang. Taught me more about the stars and the hidden meanings.
Which stars?
Your sets, they specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about the reflections in the pool of the primordial sea. She promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors echoes and distorts the constellations. And that's how she pitched it. Exciting, right?
Very.
That's what I thought. Well,
What is it, Fable?
I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, Cohen was talking about. You know the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves?
Yes, I recall.
A reminder of my very first successful quest. Didn't know if you like.
I like trinkets.
Oh,
What is it?
piece of embroidery of a constellation. Ooh. Werewolf taught me how to do it. All the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. Imagine if to be a constellation from a very far away realm. I call it the Little Dipper. Aww.
I think it could also be a Big Dipper.
A Big Dipper?
Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small.
There's a ultimate where out there with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky? Ah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, there might be.
Wait, is the Big Dipper part of Ursa Major? Ursa Minor?
I do believe
It is.
so.
Oh god! The goddamn meta.
I did not know it was actually part of Ursa Major.
Maybe the Big Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example.
Where? Keep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now.
Most likely.
Are you fond of the stars surrounding us?
I do like to watch them from time to time.
Oh, really? Do you prefer the astral or the primordial sea?
Hmm.
Really? That's surprising. And again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course.
It is. I'll write it all down for you.
That's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Are you?
We'll see.
We will.
Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps?
Oh, it's a bird. Drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest.
Happy to hear that, Fable.
Drinks? I'm not sure how to make those yet. Scorpio? Okay, there we go.
Oh. I'm just switching to mobile because I'm going to get some water so I can listen in.
Drinks? Not sure how to make this shit. Especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds on the grove later. So, could you make me something that'll keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
Already on it. Thank you. One moment.
Yeah, I took a look and seen what order that the characters appear, and I'm in the clear enough to make a water run. Hopefully. I'm going to laugh if I am though.
Yeah. I don't think we need a infusion for this one.
The infusions could help. There might be some additional flavor text on each. She's talking about being awake and all that too there now. So theoretically, yeah, that one could help. And we can theoretically also add in a dash of attack. Yes.
Here.
Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need.
I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back.
Sounds like a good idea. Just idle here a bit if that's okay.
Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable.
Thank you. Of course.
Of course, Scorpio forgot about his most favoritist of empires.
God fucking damn it, the thing I was looking at didn't say that he was appearing.
Oh my, Scorpio, 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 my buddy. We really need to work on your perception points, my buddy.
Look, the thing that was looking at was saying that the Fable only showed up, and then after that, it was
Are you
supposed
sure
to
you were
go.
looking at the right date?
Yes. Because it showed Chrissy's appearance, and then after that, it had a picture with Fable, it walked through that, and then it basically was going on. Mm,
Well, your pale ass is currently on screen at the moment, my buddy.
I know, I guess Pale Ass is fucking popular everywhere.
First time for everything.
Yeah, for once, the one who went up to get a drink only to have their character show up, it's Scorpio this time.
It's not
I
me
mean,
for once.
fair. Indeed.
Well, the time to walk down the hall, it probably looked like an ass. How clear is it coming in right now?
Hey, you're coming in okay, my buddy.
Yep. Still has
All right.
that distinct tinge that says, "Yeah, I'm talking on a phone."
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the vampire is phoning it in. Greetings, Enki.
Oh God, he's actually going through with it.
Oh god.
Yeah, greetings, Kyle.
Greetings, great creature.
Mm.
He looks like
That's
tender right now.
also funny considering he does still have the green slime on his shoulder.
That's true. It's been at least a day. Greetings, Mr. Vampire.
Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? Would you mind letting me get a drink from you?
I am, thank you.
Oh.
And this is when Scorpio gets tackled by the security on his campus for talking about eating people.
I'm back, and what was that?
Oh, nothing. We were only talking about you getting tased. Likely by your campus security.
Oh, come on. She looks so succulent. And, and I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Say, did you move your inn by chance? It took me hours to find it. Oh no.
I did.
Is
I
it
did not.
fucking Ryoga? No, it would have taken him a full week.
I love that you can say you did. Aw.
Sure. I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners. Thing could be hidden within them?
Like a vampire?
No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those.
Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you.
Perhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn.
It's not that young.
The wood isn't even rotten yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it.
I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink?
God damn it, of course it says in the fucking text, not a picture, that Kyle appears. In the fucking second paragraph after the Little Dipper.
So, hoisted by your own petard, yeah?
Apparently, my own voice actor doesn't even know when I'm coming, but I would love a drink. I think it is well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet?
Not yet.
Shame. Then shall have some of that fox blood again, please. It does make my bones feel oh so more sturdy.
You mean fall blood? Not fox blood, but I mean, we could still feed him Satoshi.
He'd probably have to fight it to Iceland on that one.
No. She's more than happy to chew on what's left. She doesn't care about the blood inside. You just taste good and go well with ketchup,
Coming right up.
which Mike has graciously provided.
And once again, for some reason, Iceland prefers the sister, which seems to be a common occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy.
Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein.
Keep dreaming, Count Dracula.
Speaking of dreams, is the retrieval of my cape coming along?
Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved.
wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy.
I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited.
Bless. I have no idea why I said it in that accent.
Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea?
She's taken the day off. She demands a vacation time. So I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was also going to take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year.
And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires.
It is?
Yes.
Right! I need sunscreen.
It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later?
Did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time, very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester.
Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone.
Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations.
Plum crepes with ash sprinkles?
They tasted deliciously dead.
I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together.
We did, though. I feel like he has something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape.
Perhaps.
But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted a Pascal recipe?
Is it good?
Very much so.
Then I'd like it as well.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, you.
Apparently, Pascal is a traditional Romanian Easter bread.
Actually surprised I managed to pronounce that fucking correctly.
Me.
He asked me about you.
Me?
You said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the far peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me.
Very.
You mean foul? Choose and
The
Scorpio.
skull scream into my pillow. If only I could remember his name. The description of him ring any bells for you?
No, I'm afraid not.
Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls.
Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market?
Certainly, I found the lovely trinkets.
Oh.
Like a
Sounds
little
like we have
stuffed
a very
bear
sleepy
with
sus.
a tiny red coat and a croissant elder moon necklace.
You mean a
Wait,
crescent?
Paddington?
Possibly.
I don't think he had a crescent moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift.
That's very sweet.
Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight.
Please don't call him that.
We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself, to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly.
Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below.
You mean reflected?
That's what I said. Only once in a
it?
year is she this close to us, and only then, for a short period of time. To me, she brings the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more careful and sunscreened by the end of it.
You mean capeful?
Maybe even a little less alone. What about you?
I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients.
The refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were.
That sounds like a threat.
Means maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me! True change can occur before the stars change, it seems.
Which one? Which one? Let's play it.
Oh, how sweet of you! As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it.
I would hope you do.
And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree?
And nothing more fragile.
Makes it all the more precious. Reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said... What was it?
Don't think too hard about it.
Fable is staying out of this conversation.
Of course, the letter.
The letter?
The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith.
Right next to the hashling slasher.
Thank you.
Are you not going to open it?
No, I don't think now's the right time for the letter. Not enough moonlight.
But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks.
What fireworks?
I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks, doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event.
I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks.
Oh boy.
Use that nickname.
Don't mean to interrupt, but... Oh, there's a meteor shower outside. I didn't even notice that.
Is it, little fawn?
A lot of those are landing.
Look outside. I think the fireworks are started.
Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky.
Uh-oh.
Is that a dragon in the background?
Maybe?
Maybe?
It looks like smoke. Oh, it's on fire.
Yeah, is that...
Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on!
That's not fireworks.
Those aren't fireworks. They're stars.
Oh.
Hmm.
So that was the end of the first act.
Indeed. So, well, that was definitely something. I think we all can know who we can blame for this.
I wish Satoshi.
You had nothing to
No.
do with this.
Picking up the pieces. Ooh.
We all know it was Lil Suno.
Aw, full of order. Impressive.
I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars. Though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. Ooh. Sunny breeze.
I was about to say, ooh, we have a new charisma one.
Mm-hmm.
Popular among bards and rangers.
So this is a more agility-based charisma, where the Sparking Nebula is more intellect-focused. The Sunny Breeze is more more straight-up charisma-focused.
Yeah. But it's also got a hint of Dex in there.
Yeah, I think this is one that can only really be made using an infusion.
Yep.
Because the Sparking Nebula, it's 3 to intellect and 2 to charisma.
Yeah.
But this one we've got for the Sunny Breeze we got three to intellect, 3 to charisma, 2 to intellect, and 1.
And one to death.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't there also look like there's a 1-2 below? No, wait, never
Nope.
mind. There's nothing down there.
So yeah, this one definitively requires an infusion. So we might have to experiment to see what's the right one we need.
Mm-hmm.
That way, whoever comes in can at least get at least a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan.
Oh.
Oh, a little turtle. So who's this?
This is Jade.
Innkeeper?
Jade?
Didn't think you'd show up again after. Oh.
It's one of those things that always seems to happen. Didn't think you'd show up.
I like sorry. I like that the turtle has a little mustache.
Look, now you made him self-conscious.
Didn't think you'd show up again after last time.
No hard feeling.
Remind me again, who started that whole brawl?
Oh, no clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind.
Would a drink help you remember?
I wanted to chat about it, maybe, but you know how much moments of the past for me.
Then let's focus on the present.
Lit. I didn't come all this way to revel in the old times after all. Although, I brought something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl.
Oh, this is interesting. Let me see.
It's some Thunder Sage. Found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to borrow tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful, numbs your tongue.
So that's a double to intellect and a negative to defense.
Indeed.
Inspiration?
Oh, that could be one that can be done with the new drink, because that's the 2 in the int that you made.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that'll give us room for 3 into charisma, 1 into agility, and we can put 1 into defense to negate the defense down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with the Sunny Breeze being a yellow one, a thunder could very well make a good mix for it.
Yep.
You seem to be speaking from experience.
Your tavern seems to be getting on in you.
Seems like nothing can
Seems
escape the grip of time.
Wasn't even sure it was still open.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, I guess some would say age adds character.
And what would you say?
I'd say you've gotten old.
Ouch.
Oh, don't take it too personally. You still got some of your old. Yes.
You can be honest, you know.
You're not my type.
That's okay.
Perhaps you
God,
things are my
her-
type now.
Her arms are mechanical.
They look like
Yeah.
emerald, or at least the one on the
Hmm. What can I serve you?
something that keeps my mind sharp. You never know what'll come your way next.
Gotcha.
It's not just her shoulder, it's her hand as well.
Yeah.
So we need 3 intellects, so it's gotta be the Sparking Nebula.
Yep. But we can also throw in one of the new thunder things. So we can go a little bit of in. And a little bit into defense.
Perhaps you'll find this appealing.
Now that's got a drink. Maybe you haven't got in long years so much after all.
Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days?
Keeping up to date, checking out the latest on gossip after my most gig.
Your most recent gig?
I finished my job in the CA plains. The Sandman kept terrorizing a group of steel wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes they got to eat. You know how it is. When someone's got to pay the bills after all. I took the job. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get the sand between my teeth. Luckily, I was only a sandman, not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna and... Snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I heard about some unrest in Zilford from one of the local merchants and decided to take a look.
Zilford, the seaport?
Yeah.
Always considered a rather calm area.
It was. Still is. Sometimes at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. So I went there to deal with some bandits, look at the most wanted list, and cash out. There's no real challenge there though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hush whispers at the marketplace, that's it. Something about Archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Yep. Oh.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's not gonna match with any of the quests.
Yeah, we're getting more rumors, but not enough that matches.
Yeah.
Perhaps a job for you?
I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing fellows that no one's gonna pay me, you know?
Of course.
Hmm. Oh.
I was
We
more
have-
interested in hearing about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were among about. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so I came here and naturally couldn't resist coming to see how you were holding up.
That could play into some of the rumors we've got.
Yeah.
Because we got here the unusual
We have
undead.
at least 3 different undead things on the go.
Yep. We got a
We have the
banshee.
snails, we got the banshee, and we got the spirit that likes drowning people.
Mm-hmm.
Although that one with the riverbank could lead into the banshee because the lagoon and the that one talks about the riverbanks.
Hmm.
Well, honestly,
Damn, I like
considering
this.
since you were spending the day fixing up the place, you're probably not doing too good at the moment.
Yeah. Prior to the events of the last day that we played out, I would have been keen to say doing very well, but considering that we apparently have a letter from someone that we quite obviously have some bad history with, plus
And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I know who it is.
And it's also one that commented on the air quotes fireworks that we're about to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so honestly, not too good.
I'd ask if you wanted to talk, but I already know the answer.
Correct.
Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead?
Not really. I've been a bit preoccupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents.
What do you mean? The shooting stars?
Oh, which one is this?
This is Olivia.
Oh, that was Nay.
Yeah, Elithia Anwar.
So this is one of mine, eh?
Yes.
I figured she looked like a EU character.
Shooting stars, it's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink, please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up.
Hmm.
You could also use a pine cone in this. Or a guide I'm watching said you can add a pine cone to it.
Yep. Was planning on it.
say the music in this kicks, though I kind of miss the relaxed atmosphere of coffee talk. It really gives a different feel.
Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. Oh dear. We got another case of overtime here. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country.
I mean, if some star rain managed to affect not only the tavern but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course.
No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things.
Alright, Chief, the offer stands. What?
You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you?
What else would it have been?
Have you not seen the damage?
Last I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling to the firmament of Cassiopeia. Oh, I do actually know that! Sometimes they crash in Gaia. Really, but it happened. Nothing I would worry about. It's an average Genesis for me.
Cassiopeia, help me.
What, do you know something I don't?
Perhaps.
No, do enlighten me.
Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to.
Nope.
My name is Alethea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the gilded sea. I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. And I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you, Alethea.
Look like scales in their eyes.
Now trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower.
I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead.
I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries of the firmament.
They say Astral Realm.
That wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension.
That's the theological term for it.
Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened. Perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom when... I think these two are very likely connected.
All the hairs on your neck, and you know there's a creature looking somewhere in the shadow.
Exactly. Which is why, Innkeep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help start with my investigation.
Well, she could ask around for sure.
Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why?
What?
Why are you so nonchalant about all of this?
Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. That's not my problem.
Ever the mercenary, it would appear. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that.
I didn't ask for help.
There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you'll be happy there are people like me.
Yeah.
Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, Alethea? I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. A seraph, huh? So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all this when I return.
How dramatic.
Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis?
And there went Scorpio.
Not sure if I'd call it a crisis. Yeah, if he like said in the little stars in the sky, the little sky, then yeah, that's odd. Then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to.
Are you religious?
No, but I don't deny the dragons either. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work.
At the same time, in a lot of pantheons, the gods in those pantheons, they need the worship in order to have the power to do anything. So,
Oh dear God, that strikes true with the anime we are watching together, right? Nickname.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the one.
so, yeah. If you say the deity needs to work to be worshipped, but they need that worship in order to be able to do the work, then you're kind of basically nothing's going to get done because, well, again, they need that worship in order to have the strength to do anything. So, without at least some worship, they can't get anything done to thus earn the worship, as you so put. I suppose that the question of whether or not her POV has any weight determines is, in this realm, are the deities, the dragon in this case, truly powerful on their own, or are they the kinds that, where if worship is the thing, where they need the worship in order to fuel their strength? And yeah, don't know that yet.
Whatever my hider.
So, I mean, I wonder, having such a, I can't help but feel this is intentional, such a jaded view of the world at 32, makes it seem like she's had a lot to deal with in her life.
I mean, look at her arms. I don't think one would do that just for the hell of it. They look like replacements.
Yep.
We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid. And they just get paid for working.
You're not to keep getting track, but again, it basically comes down to whether or not the relationship between a deity and their worshippers is a dang, I just had the term on the tip of my tongue. A symbiotic relationship. wouldn't say they aren't working.
And then what are they doing in a crisis like this?
They're taking care of the grand scheme of things.
Wishful thinking.
Heyo! Oh dear God, he does a leg thing like I do.
Oh dear.
Oh boy, what do we have now?
This is Inko.
Greetings, adventurer.
Who? Me?
You're the only one who entered my tavern, no?
Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer?
Which is a standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose.
I have a wide variety of greetings.
If that makes you feel better.
Get me in. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings.
Heyo, bro. How hops it?
How? What?
Hops.
What does that even mean?
I think it means how is it going?
Ah, cool. Wait, are those tattoos? Whoa, they look so cool.
Thanks. These are my bones, actually. Oh. Oh. That's interesting.
Oh, whoa. What's your name? Who are you? Tell me everything.
Yeah, you?
Inko. Or would it be Iniko? I think it's Iniko.
Yeah, that is an eye there.
Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it?
What?
What?
I'd prefer it if
No,
no one stole anything.
Rakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name?
Oh. A changeling, huh? Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't changelings somewhere in the realm of the Fae?
Yeah, surprisingly,
Yep.
that's what the wiki was talking about. The Fae have picked up on his tricks by this point. But yes, it's technically a Fae. Hey, can I have your name?
Of course. What do you want?
What do you have?
Everything. What do you need most right now?
Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all.
What?
What? Worms can be slippery.
That wasn't... Never mind.
I want to know what that is around his neck. Or their neck.
Slippery worm coming right up. You talking about the things that looks like a necklace of
the
eyeballs,
animal.
or the snake rat?
The snake rat looking thing. Because I'm just sitting here and I'm just watching it blink every now and then.
Yeah, a slippery worm coming right up.
Why is it he's a monk? Or they're a monk of all things.
Now, do we want to give the changeling invisibility?
That sounds dangerous. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
No worms, but perhaps it'll still suit your tastes.
Oh, wow, this is great. Amazing, even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex. Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking.
You aren't from here, are you?
Who, me?
Who else?
Corey.
That the thing on your shoulder?
Bingo. It's short for corruption.
Ah. No. I meant you.
Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. What most of me is from Avalon.
Oh. Neverlonian, native born or by ancestry.
Native, duh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Find it pretty lame, TBH. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same.
And you think it's living here on Gaia?
Yeah, I mean, not really. But I could go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud, shit. All's goody-goody with me because I could be someone else tomorrow. In Avalon, they all see, though, that game very quickly.
I see. Changeling then?
Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you.
Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern.
Then we're cool.
Oh.
So, what brings you here, Nico?
Isn't that, you know, Zenith seems like a cool town and a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi.
That would be mine.
Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket.
Did you marry the rector and that was once Zenith?
I mean, I love Cass, so...
Is it that bad?
Did you ever leave this town and keep? This city looks like a broken mirror.
You bet it does.
Looks like a star hit the sun of Zephyr.
Boom!
Oh my. Yep.
It'd be the Zenith is in shambles. Left page, over the blue note.
Hmm.
I think that would probably go with the spectacle last night rumor. And the cleric. Because it's talking about the town.
Hmm. Still think the possibility with the stranger because, again, he was the one who warned about the about the fireworks. Oh.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly. Someone will fix it.
And that someone's not me.
Me neither.
That does raise the question: what if no one fixes it?
So what? It then it stays broken. The Aether tree won't tumble just because some stars fell from the sky. Sure, some egomaniac is already on their way to fix it. Need to get my hands dirty.
Ditto.
Isn't that a bit bleak?
I haven't bothered. There's always someone who fixes everything. And if not, then it ain't bothering anyone enough.
I feel like I can make a comment about the classic thing about a frog in in a pot of water that's being, I think, the temperature slowly raised.
Mm-hmm.
Attitude like that is
Which means it isn't a problem.
Exactly.
Oh dear God, they're feeding off each other.
Yeah, the thing is, with this kind of mindset, this is the point of what can lead to problems that are small and manageable at the beginning. They're very much still problems. Just because people with your attitude isn't trying to fix it doesn't mean that it's not still a problem. The problem with the problem is that kind of attitude allows the problem to get bigger and bigger until it is a lot harder to deal with. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh?
No way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes, it ain't my vibe.
I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that.
Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
we can bring up a list of idiot adventurers only in there just to line their own pockets and fuel their own greed, and ended up getting off because they bit off way more than they can chew.
And once again, that's not my problem. That's theirs for taking something so dangerous and reckless.
Mm. I knew one, but they perished thanks to the universe.
Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Everett. They were nice, but too nice, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. Are they also on their way to investigate the falling stars?
Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. But I was nice to them, too, you know? Harmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at our camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full-on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how
Leviathan.
I was about to say, that's Leviathan!
Don't you dare put the counter up!
Too late.
It's already been up several times, my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I swear it almost feels like when you archive these videos, you should just do clips of all the streams I took a part in, and just ding every time I mispronounce a fucking word.
You have any idea how how much footage I have to go through to make that?
True, but it'd be hilarious. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the top of his teacup.
That's a really weird way
I knew
of writing
was
top.
to say bottom. I knew it was bottom, but top, bottom, who cares at this point?
Oh, I get it, because he has a hard time with saying bottom because it reminds him when he looks in the mirror. Kind of has a hard time dealing with his own reflection.
Who is still staring right back at?
Leviathan?
Huh? Why him?
You know.
Is he trying to warn you about his sister's demise?
His sister?
Cassiopeia.
Ah, right. Sorry. Mythology isn't really my cup of tea.
What is your cup of tea?
Fraud. You know, when I chose this character, I thought because, oh, he has the prankster vibe. It's like, oh, this will be fun. And now I'm finding that, okay. I don't know how I feel about this. Or how right on the nose it feels.
And I also just noticed something. Take a look at Corey.
Oh my god, Corey has a little dagger.
Of course he does.
Yes?
Yeah, he has a little pocket knife.
Oh, fuck, he does!
Put a pocket knife in his snoot.
I was looking for the arms, I didn't expect it in the snoot.
Why, yeah, that's pretty cute.
I mean, he does look to be some kind of noodle rat.
Yeah, noodle
Oh
rat.
dear God, and I didn't even know he had the noodle rat.
I mean, it's fitting considering you do love your noodles, especially your flying noodle.
It's not my fault the noodle went flying. At least I found them.
At least you found them.
Barely conscious. No, wait. Barely breathing and on the brink of death. I found them.
At least it was a flying noodle.
Indeed.
Use that nickname. Actually, no, this is Jade,
The
so...
Leviathan one maybe it is about.
Started something terrible. Tattered wings tainting the gilded sea and dark shades of misery.
Leaving behind nothing but shimmering blood.
That's exactly what he said. How did you know?
I think I read that somewhere before.
Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dalwell Hills?
No, but I heard about that when I was in Zorford. Thought they were doing one of their quirky rituals again.
Wait, so it actually happened?
Yep.
So basically, they're saying this world's having a string of major disasters, and she's still saying that someone else will clean it up. Mercenary to a gosh darn fault.
Mm-hmm.
He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like the guy was a real psychic.
Hmm. I guess deviation magic can be a powerful.
The tea leaf said, "The wind shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dowell."
Dalwell.
No, really could be true.
What?
Sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell. The reason the stars fell from the. Painted gilded sea, shimmering void. Metaphors for a starless sky. The wizard was right about the tea leaf reading, that is. But it's what I had in Zoiford happened just a few days ago.
Oh, that's how you're counting it.
Mm. That's a lot of pieces of paper.
Yep. We got a lot of rumors coming around, so hopefully we'll soon be able to go and put a quest together.
Mm-hmm.
Or else.
No idea. I thought he was just babbling.
With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might be on. Oh, the adventures didn't try to stop it from happening.
Maybe they were lacking in ego.
Maybe. Or maybe they
Or
thought someone
maybe,
else would come up.
yep,
Oh.
or maybe they thought someone else would come along to fix everything.
Okay, now I understand what you're getting at.
They were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this, and we're just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Lol.
Enough with your maybes, they're pointless. And they aren't helping anyone.
I mean, eh, his character of Jade has definitely been getting under my skin a bit with her nonchalance for all this.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, a classic bit. I mean, there's that classic line that the only thing needed for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing.
Yep. But the thing is, we don't fully know her past. I mean, just look at her arms. They're not
Jade.
flesh and bone anymore, so...
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a big story there.
Yeah.
Honestly, some strong Birgitta vibes, considering she has 2 artificial arms there.
Yeah. Though the question will be is, when and if we learn that backstory, will it be one of those ones where it's understandable, but not condonable? Because there is a definitive difference between understanding the reason behind something and whether or not you can still condone it.
Indeedy. Well, it looks like she's heading off anyways.
I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, Innkeep.
Merry hunting, Jade.
Mercy.
Now it's just you and me, innkeeper.
Indeed, Iniko. Have you ever thought about what would happen if no one ever fixed anything?
Nah, pal. Just don't think about it. Life's easier that way. Why do you worry so much? You have your tavern. You could just mind your own business.
This is my job. I listen to stories and gather rumors, too.
You make quests, I get it. That sounds like the blurb on the back of some page turner. Oh my god, he's played the world's smallest violin.
And also looks like the noodle thing is asleep.
Wouldn't want my life to be a page turner.
Well, then it's good we aren't all the same.
Oh wait, technically it could be anyone, even you.
Don't.
Drakes, I'm kidding. Didn't mean to spit in your soup.
You didn't.
Cool. I'm off. See if I could snatch some coins off the streets.
Good luck.
Don't need any, innkeep.
Definitely a lot of stuff to go off of.
Mm-hmm. Going to do a save here just in case, just in case I screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would take if you messed it up. You should have enough to unlock the next quest.
You think think this is the combination? The bit about Zenith being in shambles after the star rain? That spectacle last night, leaving its mark, something sinister, and a psychic wizard foretelling the starfall in their teacup, apparently being a fragment of the calamity that can be traced back to Dollawell.
I think so, because I see the name of the next quest. That's supposed
Give
to
me a
be taken.
second.
Because it's supposed to be Twinkle Twinkle Deadly Stars.
Let's see.
So I think it should be.
Give me a second. I got something here. So the next one should be Twinkle Twinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Deadly Stars.
Okie dokie. We're gonna want. Let's see. Yeah, so we need Zenith is in shambles. First one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is Psychic Wizard. And third one is the Spectacle last night left a mark on the Fazozia.
Yep.
So I just didn't have them in the right order.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't think the order matters. That's just the way they were listed here.
And here we are.
And let's see. You might have enough for this one here, too.
No.
Someone's been... Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have enough for that next one yet. At least not the right things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Aww. Yum.
Nom. Rainy day.
The new dawn.
Now the question is, we've only got 45 minutes left before the rough cutoff point, and with how long that last one went, no way of telling whether we'll be able to get this whole next day done in that much of a time. So this might be
It's up to you.
this might be a good spot to call it for tonight,
Yeah, it works for me.
because we did get a lot done.
We did.
And I think we can save, I think Kitty is coming up soon.
Yay.
I think we got trinkets. You gonna check trinkets?
Yeah, we do have some.
Yeah. A stick.
Yes. And that's really what we got so far, because the other ones are from the other quests.
An axe, a sword.
Looks like
Animal of some kind.
yeah, looks like some kind of little lounging lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a cat.
Or a taxidermied squirrel, maybe? Hmm. A pen. A stick.
Yes.
A clock. A bat pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one other thing we could do that we were thinking of was take a peek at some of the guest book.
Ah, this.
Because we looked at the wanted posters last time, so a little love.
I know these are actual people who probably were backers or something, but the fact that Asmodeus, I'd be like, Mhm.
No name there. Probably a good thing that there's no name.
You know, from what I'm gathering, I like to think she probably serves other stuff. Well, I mean, I know these are patron things. Probably serves other stuff instead of special adventure during
Yeah.
run.
Hmm.
When this Leben lemonade snack mac Jitrendraves. Ah, Satoshi was not kicked out of the bar.
Note this. That's note that one clarification. The first time.
Mm. Fair, fair. Thank you for buying my magic mismatch socks. The sock wizard.
Let's see.
No manslaughter in the tavern.
Stroll, huh?
I came here for an AA meeting. Ale adventure atmosphere. Vale was an adventure, alright? Top left. Second right. Actually, the top left in general is too. Oh. Nothing from Scorpio on that, I'm surprised. Wait, what? Never hit a Yeti with an octopus. What did I do? I'm surprised Scorpio doesn't have anything to say about that. And he's probably muted.
Most likely.
Probably is.
Especially, bottom right might be a more direct thing right there.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Top right. Pad distribution system. It was me, Kanka!
Ooh, definitely a lot of these.
Hmm. But Andrew ate it. One Yakult, one lemon lime soda, splash blue, Curacao or Granada. You're welcome.
Blue curacao. And
Huh.
or grenadine. That's a drink
Huh.
mix.
Ew. Aw, a junker and a wizard meet at con. One leg, 3 days, 7 years later, they're married. Aww.
A few nice ones on this one.
Uh-huh. I teach demonic etiquette to anyone interested.
Draconic.
Oh. I left the cats behind. The goose approves of frozen water. Well, I guess since Satoshi isn't speaking, he can take his waifus.
I wonder how many pages of this there are. There seems to be a lot. I'm gonna do a quick run to see just how many pages there are. Just remember we're on page 27, 28. Yeah, 50.
Oh wait, was that? Did it go back one more?
Back to 25, 26?
That is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
Hmm?
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Hmm.
That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hmm.
I remember that phrase anywhere. Huh.
Oh, that top left one.
Till we meet again.
The who there, the name.
Oh? It's not Star Wars, is it?
Mm-hmm. And remember what happened relatively recently.
Oh.
Hmm. I'm almost afraid to ask what about the chickens. Yeah, we could save the remaining 20 pages for the next time, so we still have something for the after the next stream.
That works for me.
So yeah, let's wrap things up for now, because that was interesting. Though it kind of got I was expecting serious things to start happening. I mean, for most of these things that we've done so far, aside from Phoenix Wright, where I was expecting that going in, has been largely some slice of life stuff. But now we've got world events happening in this game that could have some very notable repercussions with how things play out.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I mean, I'm kind of already dealing that over with Final Fantasy right now. But yeah, things definitely took a turn I was not expecting. But I think for now we can wrap things up and return to this next time.
Indeed.
So, a thank you to the currently silent Scorpio, or Skin nickname. Always a pleasure. And thanks to everyone who came by to watch. I hope you all had a good time. And we'll see what develops when we return. So, until next time, y'all take care now. Bye-bye!